When animals leave this world, they experience an immediate sense of freedom and, well, joy. So how do I know? Well, I don't know, but I believe that it is true, and for two reasons. The first reason is that when I held our beloved old terrier Sue in my arms as she received the injection that was going to take her from this world, I unexpectedly experienced a brief but palpable wave of relief and release. One that felt wonderful. "Has she gone?" I whispered, because it was so quick. And the vet confirmed that she had, indeed. We had no idea how ill she was, and we fully expected to bring her home with us that day. Well, we did bring her home. At least, we brought her body back with us, and we laid it to rest in the garden. The second reason is that recently, during one of my meditations, I had what I call an aha moment. I wasn't seeking it out or even focusing on the subject, but I suddenly just knew through feeling for sure that all members of the animal kingdom experience the transition from this physical world as instant release, accompanied by a loss of fear and survival instinct. And I mean every animal, from the tiniest and least complex to the grandest and most powerful. Each one is an energetic being and considered no less important spiritually. The animal kingdom is a brutal one, and none of us, no matter how strong our spiritual beliefs, can genuinely explain why it is that way. We sometimes hear people say, "If there is a God, why would he allow that to happen?" But none of us can truthfully come up with an answer that would satisfy every one of us. After much consideration, I have concluded that all inhabitants of planet Earth are involuntarily involved in the evolution of their line, a slow and steady process that unfolds over time. We are still an ongoing work in progress. Not that that explains why the animal kingdom operates in the way that it does, but we do know that it is instinctual rather than considered and deliberate. It is cruel, but it isn't personal, which is different to the way in which we humans function, being in possession of free will. The animal kingdom supports itself, and it supports us. We might have domesticated certain lines, leading them to become dependent upon us. But they were here long before we were, something that some of us appear to forget. The wonderful fact, though, is that we humans have learned that we can build relationships within the animal kingdom, even with the most surprising of creatures. They can be an absolute godsend to us. It is my considered belief that the reason that animals experience the passing from this world in such a freeing and pleasurable way is that they are, by their very nature, innocent, regardless of how vicious or problematic they might have been. Unlike human souls, they have, dependent upon your personal beliefs, either been created or have evolved as instinctual creatures who don't have the ability to decipher between right and wrong or to make moral judgments. In the natural world, they don't plot and plan. They don't manipulate or lie. They don't choose how they are going to behave. Okay, some lines have become more human in behaviour as a result of consistent positive contact with us, but some, unfortunate, sadly, have become vicious and desperately self-protective as a result of negative contact with us. However, they are all innocent and will not require what we believe we will enter into, something we refer to as a life review, a subject discussed by many of those who have had a near-death experience. Animals who have been cruelly treated by humans and who are traumatized will feel safe and loved, exactly as we would do under similar circumstances, and will receive the healing energy that they deserve. They are, after all, no less loved and important in the grand scheme of things than we are. And of course, everything I've said here is only my personal conclusion. You must think and decide for yourself what resonates with you and what doesn't. But thank you for listening, and I would ask you to do 2 things for me. Like and subscribe so I can justify making further videos, and check out my books on Amazon. The links are below. And I hope, wherever you are and whatever you are doing, life is being kind to you.